Frank Lucas in the building.
All right. We are going to go live with this one. Woohoo! Hey, happy April Fool's Day. If you are not aware, somebody's playing a joke on you. How's it going out there, fellas? Hey, just want to make sure you can hear me. If you can hear me, go ahead in the chat room. Just say what's up. Let me know where you calling, where you are. Where are you from? I'm right outside of Washington, D.C. Want to find out where are you at? Let me know in the comments section. Can you hear me? Wichita in the house. What's going on, Alan? Good to see you there. All right. Brooklyn Beast. Ho. NutriBullet. I got a question to ask you. Is juice and beet juice and ginger root mango is healthy? We starting off the bat with questions. I like that. Yes, and yes. That is healthy. Be careful with that mango if you're trying to avoid that sugar. Yes, indeed. London in the house, without a doubt. Okay. Yo. Love it. Lovely. Hey, guys, the topic we're talking about, it isn't an April Fool's joke. We're talking about the war on testosterone. And it's serious. It is serious. That's why we're going to get into it. What's going on, Ronald? San Antonio in the house. Love it. Andre, Ohio. Murph, New York. That's New York right there. Murph. That's the New York name right there. Love that. Love it. Cool Beans, Raymond. All right. NYC, all New York is showing out today. Love it. All right. So if you do not know, my name is Brian, aka Uncle B. And for the last 21 years, I've been the men's performance coach with African Fly, the liquid aphrodisiac, and just doing a whole bunch of research and just talking to guys and just realizing something has just been off in terms of, when I started talking about African Fly, and I would hear from guys who were like in their 20s. And it was like, yeah, I'm having issues. I'm like, hold up, you're in your 20s. You're not supposed to have testosterone or erection issues, but they're getting younger and younger. So it was like, what is going on with that? So I had to put the research in, and the research shows that, it's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of chemicals out there that have been in the environment. So not only are we living an unnatural life in terms of what we eat, the way we sleep, the way we exercise, the stress that we're under, but also just the chemicals that are around us. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Gotti Richie. Hey, what's going on with you? Yes, plant-based food is much better. Still processed if you're transitioning from meat over to plants. You want to get more plants, more plant fiber in your diet. Eat the right food and you be good. Yes, indeed. All right. So let me go ahead and hop into this right quick because, as always, I just want to make sure we get this information out. I want to go through what we actually put out already today. So, of course, every Thursday now, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we actually put out a 10-minute video just sort of breaking down the issues. And now's the time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the time that we get into it and we talk about all the different things that are that we need to know. So I can answer your questions, all that good stuff. All right. What's going on, Christian? Detroit in the house. Loving it. Oh, and by the way, fellas, help me out. It's always great if you can hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. If you're not a subscriber, you should be because if you think this is some good information, we still got a whole bunch more. Also, we got a whole channel full of 150 videos. And in those videos, we break down a lot of stuff that you're not going to hear anywhere else. I talk truth to men. I don't have a dog in this fight other than I want you to be healthy. All right. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Dope law, Christian, Michigan. All right. All right. Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, please go ahead and leave your questions in that chat room. I'm gonna get to those in a hot second. But let's go ahead and talk about the war on testosterone. And if you've been wondering about just you, if it's just happening to you, it's happening all over the world. There have been many a survey. It's an actual pandemic, the silent pandemic, if you will, of men's testosterone levels going down around the world. They're saying within the next 25 years, there's going to be a huge number of men who are infertile. And so a lot of that has to do with the products that are surrounding us. And I'm going to talk about what products you need to get rid of that are affecting your testosterone levels, and just understanding how this is not only affecting you, but it's going to affect the next generation. So if you got nephews, you got sons, you have godsons, you got any of the younger generation, you need to share this information with them because it is affecting them right now. And so there are household items that mess with your testosterone. And we're going to go through everything. I even have a free app. I'm going to give you that information so you can check out that app so you can make sure the products that you're using are safe. All right. And we actually have a webinar. I want to make sure we post that at some point, a webinar that I go in a lot deeper, just everything about testosterone. So let's get cracking on it. There we go. All right. So when it comes to testosterone, most of you guys know testosterone is more than just a sex hormone. We're talking about your muscle size, your muscle mass, your hair, your mood, your energy. Looks like we dropped out for a second. Huh? Are we back in? We back in? Okay. What just happened here? Okay, cool. Yeah, just had a quick camera issue. Yeah, but we're talking about when it comes to your testosterone, we're talking about your bone density, memory, your mood, your energy, everything that makes a man a man. And I want to be clear. A lot of times we talk about men and women be equal. There's a reason why we're different, and we need to appreciate the differences in the women and differences in the men. And that difference in men is like there's a reason why as boys we climb to that top of that tree and then jump off and do some crazy stuff. Well, if you're going to build a skyscraper or you're going to go to the moon, well, that's freaking crazy. So yeah, we need some of that crazy. We need some of that testosterone. That's the reason why we have satellites and you can use your phone and everything. That comes from some dude that was crazy enough to strap fuel in a can and launch it into space, and all this other kind of craziness we do. And of course, it's a reproductive issue. The good news is, as we talk about a lot on this channel, you can do lifestyle changes that can make changes to your testosterone. The bad news is that you also have to pay attention to these other things. And I want to be very clear because, in the comment section earlier, somebody was like, yo, this is just scary. And it was like that feeling that you want to give up. It's not something to give up. It's something to be aware of so that you know what to do. And like I mentioned before, I've been talking to 16-year-olds who are having issues. They actually have to go to the doctor now to just check to make sure their balls drop. I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, that's what's happening. One study of 1,700 men over 15 years showed a total drop of testosterone of 22%. And a free testosterone drop of 45%. So basically, if you're looking at your age, your grandfather had more testosterone than you. Your father has more testosterone than you. Also, there's been a 59% decline in sperm count over 30 years. Now, that's huge. That's over. And when I talk about, we're going towards infertility, the pattern's already started. So this is like something like, hey, man, you're being dramatic. Nah. And I like to phrase it a different way. Because sometimes when we talk about guys, we don't care as much about each other. It's that low level of like, hey, man, if he's out the way, I get more women. But if we put it this way, in 25 years, women won't be able to give birth. Slightly different, right? And the reason for that is because in 25 years, if the men can't give the life, then the women can't give the birth of the life. See how that works? So yeah, we have to be very cognizant of, that's a big word. We have to be very cognizant of the fact that these things are going on. So when it comes to the endocrine disruptors, those are the, our endocrine system, our hormones and everything. The endocrine disruptors mess with us. The toxins are messing with us in 4 different ways. One is they act like the hormone and gets the body to respond. And so it's like, turning on and off light switch that shouldn't be turned on and off. So things that should be turned on in the nighttime are being turned on in the daytime. Your body's complicated like that, and you shouldn't have these toxins. It affects how cells respond to the hormone. It can block the hormone from connecting and doing its job, and it can affect the production of the hormone. So these toxins can get your hormones coming, going, living, dying, connecting. Basically, that's what it comes down to. And they also affect obesity, cancer, diabetes, depression, ADHD, immune system, and of course, your fertility, and importantly, puberty. So, and they are everywhere. We're talking about in the pharmaceuticals, the IV tubes. You got to think about that. You go to the hospital, it's like, oh, I need the blood. I need the, things going in. You got some toxins going into your system too. They're in the furniture, in the clothing. It's all over the place. There are hundreds of known endocrine disruptors, and the most disturbing thing is that they're constantly coming out with new chemicals. And we're talking about roughly 3,000 chemicals, new chemicals every year, and 90% of those are not being tested. So, yeah, it's out there. And let's go ahead and break down some of the known ones. All right, we're talking about Atrazine. I believe it's Atrazine. It's the second most used weed killer in the U.S. It gets into the soil, gets into the water, and then it gets into us. It has been banned in Europe, but of course, the good old United States, damn chemicals, we can take it. Yeah, no, we can't. These chemicals actually turn male frogs into female frogs. Yeah. You're trying to figure out why somebody's running around a little bit different. Yeah, we have these endocrine disruptors that are messing around with people's systems. And these female frogs can also lay eggs. Yeah, that's the male frog turns into a female frog and can lay eggs, which means another frog. Long story. Anyway, it's scary. That's scary. All right. Okay, Michael, I get you there. Receipts, plastic food containers. These chemicals can be absorbed into your skin, and 93% of us have BPA in our urine. So, especially with the water bottles, when they say don't leave water bottles in a hot car, that's because the plastic in those bottles can leach into the water you're drinking that. So, it's much better to get other types of containers to hold your water in. Birth control pills. We have millions of women who use birth control pills. They take it, go to the restroom, then take a piss and blah, blah, blah. And, our water systems, we recycle water. So it's supposed to filter out everything, but it doesn't filter out those particular chemicals. They get into our body as men. Of course, if you're trying to stop a woman from giving birth, if we're taking that same product, it's going to mess with our system also. Phthalates. These are everywhere. When we're talking about phthalates, we're talking about perfumes, plastic, toys, detergents, everywhere. Shower curtains. It affects reproduction, fertility, and it can cause certain cancers. And here are some other ones that are just not as hidden. Milk. Milk is liquid estrogen from a giant female. I mean, it's literally what it is. And so it's milk actually lowers testosterone. They did a study, and they took boys and just gave them milk, and it lowered their testosterone within a half an hour. So, that whole thing of like milk does a body good, not if you're a male and not if you're a female either. And so the problem with cow's milk is several. One is like, what are the cows eating? Well, they're eating corn. And that corn is corn and hay and other things, but they're being, it's sprayed with chemicals itself. So they're eating chemicals, and then they're, it goes through their system, comes out at milk. Then that milk is getting put in plastic, and that plastic is then, given to everyone. And it causes a whole bunch of problems. It lowers your testosterone. Phytoestrogens, those are soy products. Soy products, it's the second most processed after corn, and is 90% GMO. So basically, soy has been turned into a man-made product. I mean, it has very little taste. It's like, some products that don't have a lot of taste, you can use them in a lot of different things. That's what's happening with soy. Soy in and of itself, the plant itself, no problem. It's been processed like crazy to the point that it's no longer good for you. Microwaves are insane. Microwaves, you take something, you put it into the microwave, and it takes the energy out of it. That's simple. So you're taking the energy out of it. Well, we're supposed to consume the energy. So if you take an apple, put it in the microwave, if you were able to look at the radiation coming off, the energy coming off of it, you take it out of the microwave, there's no energy coming off of it. I actually knew a guy, worked with a guy, and all of a sudden he couldn't come to work. It was like, what's going on? Well, basically, he was just eating food. All the food he ate came out of a microwave. His mother made all the food while he was growing up. He didn't know how to make food, so he just microwaved everything. So he's basically eating dead stuff all the time, and he was just getting sicker, and the doctors couldn't figure out what was going on with him. So, I told him, I was like, hey, stop eating the food out the microwave. I'm not sure what happened to him over the long run, but yeah, it can mess with you. Wi-Fi hotspots, that's another thing. You want to be very careful with those. I know we got them on our phones, and that can cause problems. Especially you got the Wi-Fi hotspots, the bigger ones that you have in your homes. Do not put those near your kids, near their bedrooms. Actually, don't even put them in the wall next to the bedroom, because those things are powerful and they can cause issues, especially for the youngers, and also for you. And also at night, keep your phone at a distance. Some people like to sleep with their phone in the bed. It's not a good idea. It's sending out signals constantly. That's what it does. It's going to give you some issues. So let me go ahead and wrap this up so we can get some good old get to these questions here. So what you want to do? Drink filtered water. I drink zero water. I talk about zero water all the time. It filters out everything. You end up with zero particles per thousand in them. And it's after you take all that stuff out, you can put stuff in. You can put your herbs in there. You can put your teas in there, just to make sure you're getting the goodness out of it and not all the different chemicals. You want to store water in glasses in a refrigerator. You want to drink from stainless steel cups. That's very helpful. Eat whole, fresh plants. The closer you get your plants to you, if you're getting it straight from your garden, that's the best place to get your plants from. Your herbs, your vegetables, your fruits from your garden when you know what's going on. Of course, most people can't do that. So if you're going to get your food, make sure you're trying to get it organic, whole foods from the store. Meats should not be wrapped in plastic. I don't recommend eating meat. Eat death and die painfully. So I don't recommend eating meat, but if you're going to do that, make sure you're careful with the plastic that it's in. If you're storing food in your refrigerator, for daggone sure, do not take microwave. We would say it's a microwave safe plastic, and you take that and put it in a microwave. That's not good. So don't use the microwave, and also avoid fast foods. People who eat in fast food places have 35% more phthalates in their urine. So avoid that fast food. Also, like I mentioned before, don't sleep near Wi-Fi or near the phone. You want to eliminate soy and corn from your diet. And you want to get, there are different products out there. So you really want to start researching which products are going to help out. There are plant-free detergents, plant-free dishwashing detergents. And those are all good. It's better to err on the side of caution. And there's so many other things that you just when you go into the store, just be careful. One of the things that I came across, just want to let you guys know, is an app called Talk Dirty. And all you have to do is just put that on your phone. You scan the barcode of the food, and with that, you're able to tell what's in it. They'll give it a rating in terms of whether or not you should be very cautious with this, or whether or not this product is good to go. A couple of things right quick. It doesn't work on all products. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands constant products coming in and out of the market, and it's mainly US based product. And it, once again, is thank you, Nikki. It is not Talk Dirty. It's Think Dirty. Think Dirty. I just like to talk dirty. Sorry, that's too much. But yeah, that's how we get down. So guys, once again, I do want to say it's not about just worrying about these products and saying, woe is me. the human body is very resilient. It can come back from a lot of stuff, but you need to be on top of your game, especially now. When I talk about, the testosterone levels going down, the fertility rate going down, all of these things are real and are happening in your lifetime. If you are planning on having children, you have to be aware of this. If you already have children, you have a daughter, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'd like to have grandkids. Yeah, well, if the dude she's marrying can't function, then there's going to be problems. So this is something that we all need to worry about. So that's all I got to say. Uh, I want to go ahead and get into these questions right quick. Let me go ahead and get back to Brooklyn Beast 226. He asks, is juicing beetroot, ginger root, and mangoes healthy? Yes. I have no problem with that at all. I got my beet juice in the refrigerator, got my ginger right over there. The mango, just if you're trying to lose weight, be careful when you're juicing and you're using fruits, because you're getting a lot of the sugar. A lot of the fruits right now are engineered to have more sugar so they can sell more. And so if you're trying to lose weight and you get a lot of something like mango that's so sweet, you can actually start picking up weight rather quickly. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. Gotti Richie, what's up with you, sir? How about using some plant-based food that best works for testosterone? Okay. Once again, the thing about plant-based foods that you have to be careful about is that they're trying to engineer plants. They're going, which means you have to process the crap out of them to taste like meat, which you should be getting away from. So it's a stopgap. It's not something that you should have on the regular. It has a lot of oils, has a lot. It's just processed very heavily. So you want to be careful with that so that you're not, just getting a lot of process going on. All right. Mm-hmm. Let me see. I miss Michael. Okay, I want to get to Michael. Michael Murph, you got a lot of questions there, bro. All right. I have had problems off and on since I was in Nam. Neither the military nor the VA docs could tell me what or why. Yeah. There were a lot of chemicals used in Nam. I'm quite sure you know way more than I do about this, but yeah. When it comes to the military, and unfortunately, it's like, hey, we're trying to win a war. So they don't test everything as thoroughly as they should. They just want to kill the enemy. So yeah, you have to be very careful and just keep looking for solutions. I'm quite sure you already know that. Uh-huh. All right. Hold on, Nikki. All right. Where are we? All right. So Dope Law, what are the benefits of African fly other than sexual health and wellness? Is African fly more powerful than Viagra and Cialis? All right, the first question, what are the benefits of African fly other than sexual health and wellness? Well, what it does, it increases blood flow and increases your testosterone levels. I call it a natural testosterone salad. So it's going to do those two things. And there are a bunch of benefits that come with that. One being stamina. We have guys who use it to go running. If you increase your testosterone, you increase your stamina, you can run for a longer period of time. Also, just lifting. Testosterone in your muscles is going to increase your muscle strength, your muscle mass. And so obviously it's not just taking African fly by itself, but you have to do work. But with those two things, you're going to increase that. I have family members and friends who have diabetes and lupus, and it helps with that. Both of those conditions have lower testosterone. So conditions that have lower testosterone, it can help with that. We also have people who use it when they go out drinking. Because of that testosterone boost and, the blood flow, it helps you in terms of not having a hangover. Mind you, I am not saying take African fly and go drinking and driving or something crazy. I'm just saying it can help you avoid the hangover. Okay. And that side about Viagra and Cialis. Viagra and Cialis, what it does, it stops the blood from leaving out of your penis. So when you stop the blood from leaving out of your penis, you get an erection. That there's an actual chemical in your body that, when after you ejaculate or whatever, you lose interest, whatever, that chemical releases that, and it releases the blood. What Viagra and Cialis does, it's an inhibitor. So it'll stop that from happening. And, that's the reason why you can end up with a 4-hour erection. So African Fly doesn't function like those two products at all. Those take care of the symptom. They don't take care of the cause. The cause of a weak erection is blood flow and testosterone. It's the bursting and burning of testosterone that fuels an erection. And if you don't have those, your testosterone is low. That's the reason why you're not getting those erections. Your blood flow is low. You're not getting those erections. Taking those products are not actually helping you. It's actually a mask. You're sitting there thinking like, hey, I can have sex now. It's like, yeah, you can, as long as you keep on paying us, because it'll never stop. And at some point, those products will stop working because the cause never got fixed. Mm-hmm. Okay. Michael Murphy, why don't you state where the percentages and numbers you cite come from? It lends credibility and makes people more comfortable with the figures. Well, two things. One, all of this is on the internet. It's like you can look it up. I don't necessarily go through and give, this is not a doctor show. For people who are looking for those percentages and things like that, a lot of the stuff is common sense. It's freely available. I just do the research on it. If I started going through and citing everything, this would be a much longer videos, much longer show. This is for us normal guys who just want to get the information and go. So, yep. Google it. You'll find it all there. Let me see. But thanks for the suggestion. People have said that before. It's like, yeah, why don't you cite? I'd be here forever citing, this study, blah, 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 blah. There are other channels that can do that. I just want you to get the information and start using it. Raphael Hardwick, how do you know if your testosterone is low? There are a bunch of ways that you can, a bunch of signals. Your muscle mass is going. You're not getting erections at all on the sexual performance scale. A scale of 1 to 10. 10 means everything works. 1 means nothing has worked. Most guys are in that 5 to 7 range where you're sort of unreliable. If you're getting unreliable to the point that, everything should be working and you can't get an erection at all, your testosterone levels are low, or something else equally as bad is happening. And so your testosterone affects so many things. If you're grumpy, think of it like a grumpy old man. A grumpy old man with, hey, get off my lawn, all that stuff. It's like that affects your mood. You're like, I can't remember why you're on my lawn. It's like, because you told me to cut it. Your memory is gone. There's so many different things. So one thing you can do, I think we have the link available. We are connected with a company called Let's Get Checked. And it is a testosterone testing company. And what they'll do is they'll send a box, a kit to you, and you can just prick your finger, put your blood in there, send it off to them, and they will do the testing. And they have doctors and people on staff who will let you know and talk you through, anything. If they find something that's abnormal, you have some questions, you could talk to them. So it's a great service. So you don't have to get it. Oh, of course, we got to answer this question. Hopefully, I'll answer that question. But where you can buy African Fly, you can go to africanfly.com. Africanfly.com. We have a bunch of information about the product and other things you can do, because it is a supplement. It's supposed to supplement the other things you do. And that's what we talk about, is the other things you should do. Old Young, do you do mentoring programs? We're actually coming out with something shortly, probably within the next week. We'll be announcing it. It is a way that you can connect with me in a way that works a lot better. I tried to do like one-on-ones and things like that, but people's timing, and it just ends up taking a lot more time. This way, you can ask your questions by video, by audio, or by typing it, and I'll get that, and I can answer you directly by video. So that way, we don't have to worry about timing. I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible and get your question answered. Okay. Let me see. Dope Law, do you eat Chipotle? And if you're out and about, what fast food place would you do? Would you go to? Panera Bread? Okay. Chipotle. They have I forgot what it is, what they call it, their version of not meat. So when I go there, I get that. There's different places like Qdoba, which is sort of like Chipotle, off-brand Chipotle. So there are more and more places that come out, and yes, it is difficult. I'm in a city center, if you will, across from a mall, across from a shopping center, and in both of those places, every place around me, about a good 95%, probably 98% of the places around me have meat. Nowadays, they're coming out with more alternatives, so you really have to do your research. So Chipotle, I can't remember the name. It's not meat. And Impossible Burgers, all these different products are now coming out. McDonald's is talking about the McPlant burger. So as soon as McDonald's does it, it's going to be on and popping. Burger King has their meatless patty. So there are more and more options coming out, but at the end of the day, it's still getting to as many plants as possible. The plant fibers are the optimal for human health. Okay. All right. Lamar. Okay. Well, let me. Okay. Lamar J. I purchased the monthly subscription of African Fly. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I've been taking it for the past month. Will I see results in terms of length and girth? Okay. So African Fly can help you with the growth process, help you get to the largest you can possibly be. Most guys are 20 to 30% smaller because of the lifestyles that we have. If you're looking to grow, you need to be on the 8, 9, and 10 on the sexual performance scale. So what does that mean? So a 10 means everything works. We're talking about morning erections, erections on demand, spontaneous erections. So morning erections, that's like a 10. Erections on demand, that's like 8, and spontaneous erections is like a 9. You need to be in that range because that just means that your testosterone level is at the highest and your blood flow is at the highest. So when those two things are there, you're going to start expanding in terms of your size. You have more going through, more helping you to expand, get to your largest size possible. I am not in any way saying that you can grow 4 inches in 4 days like some of the commercials used to say, or the ads on the on the internet. Because that makes no sense. But you can get better just to the largest size that's possible for you. All right. Where do you get those zero waters from? Are they sold in stores? Yes, zero water is sold in stores. Target has it. That's why I've gotten it from. Of course, you can go online. I believe it's zerowater.com. You can get it, check it out right there. Boom. Okay. Appreciate that question. Dope law. Do men need a multivitamin? How do you get all the vitamins and minerals that you need personally? Uncle B from smoothies. Okay. The best place to get your multivitamin is an apple. is fruit, vegetables. Everything that we need. And when I talk about fruits and vegetables, a lot of times people are like, is a specific one. You have to think there are humans all over the planet. There are 250,000 plants, edible plants on the planet. And so we can get, all the vitamins and things that we need from it. It doesn't need to be, some specific level. Because, there are fruits and vegetables that are in Europe that are not in America, that are not in Australia, et cetera, et cetera. But humans are all over the place. So, yeah, you need to get it from there. As far as a multivitamin, I'd be very careful with multivitamins because where are they coming from? You have, it's like you look at the multivitamins like, oh, we got vitamin B2, 10, 9, D6, 25. Hut. Like, where's this coming from? Because it's coming from a pill plant. So someone is artificially making this and slamming it all together, and you stick it into your body is like, okay, is this actually helping? Because if you're not getting, if push came to shove and I couldn't eat anything else but crap, then would I eat a multivitamin? Yes. But if I have the option between buying a multivitamin and buying I got bananas over there, eating a banana. And the thing about fruits and vegetables is they contain way more than just one vitamin, one mineral, one positive thing for your body. That's what they're here for. You have to think about it. Multivitamins are a new thing. And we haven't been, as a species, getting healthier since we started taking multivitamins. Right? Yeah. Yep. The obvious. Sometimes it's the obvious. Crypto Marvin, what's up, dude? Is there a way to tell if you have too much meat protein? Yep. Look at your piss. You go to the bathroom and you're taking a piss, and it looks like the foam off the top of a beer. Way too much animal protein. So yeah, what should be happening is when you go to take that whiz, it should come out clear. When I say clear, very light on the yellow range. If it's really dark, you need more water. But if it's really foamy, then you need to be very careful about that. Uh-huh. All right. That Way to go, Nikki. What do you think about Shockwave Therapy? Would you trust a company that sells personal treatment equipment? All right. Shockwave Therapy is Shockwave Therapy is not good because it's taking care of the symptom, it's not taking care of the cause. So what they're basically saying is we're going to take some shock waves and put it next to your penis, and it's going to break things up and allow muscle relaxation for more blood flow. It's like, well, hold up, blood flows throughout your entire body. So it's just not, it's a problem there, it's a problem everywhere. It just happens with men, we have a health indicator that sticks out in front of our body. And our health indicator, if it's not working right, that means there's something wrong with our body, not with just the health indicator, aka penis. So you need to have, if you're just using shockwave therapy, all it's going to do is like just do something to your penis. But it's like, yeah, well, I had my shockwave therapy, now I'm back to pizza and beer. Yeah, right. No, you're supposed to stop eating the pizza and the beer. That's what's supposed to happen. Whenever there's an issue, for all my guys out there who are having issues right now, there's an issue with your pattern. What you eat, how you sleep, the amount of exercise, whether or not you're giving your body a break with fasting, and whether or not you're taking care of stress. So those 5 areas, if you're not dealing with those 5 areas, that pattern is off. It doesn't matter what treatment you try to do, that's a shortcut. And we're men we can't believe in magic. That I'm gonna take this magic wand and put it over your penis, and then nah, that's not the way it should work. Would you trust a company that sells personal treatment equipment? Would I trust them? I mean, it depends on what they're doing. I mean, I love science, I think we went off for a hot second there. I love science. I love all of the different things that Okay. Are we in? All right. Okay. If you can hear me, yeah, we're about to come back on. This slight camera issue there. But yeah, I mean, I love science. I love all the different things that science can do. But after a point, we do hit this process where we do hit this process where people take we're humans, we take anything too far. So it's like, yeah, you want to be careful with companies. It's just like, especially if they're just like, we're just going to take care of your penis and we're not taking care of anything else with your lifestyle. That is not going to work. It's obvious. Sometimes you have to say the obvious, but it's not going to work at all. So you have to be very careful with that. Great question though, I love that. All right. Is there a natural cologne that you use, or for body scent, do they have a website? Actually, no. I don't have a natural cologne to recommend, but that's a good one. I'm going to check that out. I'm gonna do some research. I like that. Great question. All right. Uh-huh. Philima. I want to make sure I'm saying that right name right. All right. I love bananas and oranges. Is that okay for my manhood? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's great. The interesting thing about bananas, just an off thing. Those little black dots in the bananas? Those are seeds. Bananas used to have huge seeds, and they bred the seeds out of them. So it's just funny about how often we're just going through life thinking like, oh yeah, this is the way things are supposed to be. There are probably kids right now who don't know that watermelons have seeds in them, because you get watermelons without the seeds. So yeah. Let's see. All right, Larry, Mr. Presley, I love my drinking water all the time, but I need to get glass containers. Is boiling water okay? Uh, yeah, boiling water is fine. To a point. I mean, it depends on what's in the water that you're boiling. So, you can get rid of some bacteria, some things like that. But if you're trying to do that to salt water, of course not. So you're not trying to desalinate. Yeah, that word. Yep. So yeah, keep on drinking the water. Boiling the water, drinking the water is fine. Um, mhm. A sea moss gummy. They claim to be the first sea moss. Chris. All right, that's a interesting one. I would question that fully. Yeah. Because I'm thinking that when they say a CMOS gummy, that also means that it's in a plastic container, and it's no longer cold. So Vance, can you grab my CMOS right there? The CMOS that I take is actually a gel. I mean, I could see how they could turn it into a gummy, but in terms of they probably have to put some preservatives in it. This is my CMOS. There we go. Can you see it? Boom. All right. This is mi-earth.com. Yep. That's the CMOS that I have. Boom. And with that CMOS, it uh, it actually works out very well. And and I do want to say thank you to Dope Law. Appreciate that. Appreciate $20. Hey, I love it. We do now have a super chat, guys. If you want to support the channel, support the work that I'm doing, it'd be very helpful. We do want to do a lot more in terms of making sure you not only get the information, but we present it in a way that you can consume it very fast. So, hey, I love it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. All right. Um, does smoking reduce testosterone? Smoking what? What you smoking? Uh, I'm assuming you're saying cigarettes, not like some crack, some meth, blah blah blah. But it's not good for your health. Period. So anything inhaling smoke into your lungs, that is never whatever it is. It's not going to be good for you at the end of the day. Uh, so yeah, is it going to reduce your testosterone? Yes, because it's going to reduce your health overall. Smoking actually constricts the blood vessels throughout your body, and the blood vessels in your penis are the smallest. So you're going to get less blood flow through there, and your body has to fix all these different things. When we talked about earlier, all the different chemicals that are going through your body from different sources, your body goes through and fixes it. And it's like, okay, let me get rid of this sterile. Let me get rid of this. What's that hamburger doing over there? What's this pepperoni for 1959? All of your body is constantly trying to fix all of this stuff. And so if you're adding something like smoking to it, it's not going to be helpful. All right. Ah, hold on a second. I got to get to Rocky. Is there anything we can take to make us sleep? I have an issue with sleeping. Yeah. Actually, I don't have it around here. My melatonin. I have a melatonin tincture. So you take it like 30 minutes before you go to bed. You go to bed. Melatonin. And so basically what that does, it just helps you go to sleep. I actually did a video very recently, was it last week or the week before last, where I talked about sleep and how important it is. So yeah, if you're not getting good sleep, then your testosterone levels are going down, your immune system is going down, your intelligence is going down, and all of these things you won't notice because it's just, so I woke up another day, I didn't feel as great. But it's like, if you notice with kids, if they get a short amount of sleep, the next day they are cranky. You're just like them. You just have a better way of dealing with it, sort of, hopefully. But yeah, melatonin will be very good for that. There are a bunch of things that you can also do in terms of getting your sleep, going to sleep at the same time every night, making sure you're in a cool environment, making sure all the lights are off. So make sure you check out that video. And yeah, hey guys, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get some more of these videos, and go back through the catalog. There's some things in there that we're not going to talk about. It may be a question you haven't even thought about that'll be in there. All right, so where did my man go? Oh, there you go. Rocky's body shaping. What if you're too big? Congratulations. I don't know what to say, bruh. Um, uh, yeah. Hysterical, man. If you are too big, then I don't know. Get your porn on. I don't know. But yeah, if that's problematic, then the other side to look at it is that I'm saying if you're saying that you're too big, I'm assuming you're saying you're too big for women. And remember, they have different sizes also. So there's some women is like they can't take something that large, and there's some women who enjoy it immensely. So they come in different sizes too. So it's a creepy question to ask. Like, excuse me, lady. I know this is our third date and everything, but nah, can you handle it? Can you handle it? That's an interesting question to ask. I don't know if it's a good problem to have or not, but there you go. Oh, Chris, acupuncture is good to help with sleep. I can believe that. I haven't had acupuncture. I actually want to try that. But yeah. Let me see. What are the benefits of Kegel exercises and do they actually work? Um, well, the benefits is that you're supposed to be able to control yourself a little bit more. Do they actually work? It sort of depends. I mean, some guys are like, yes. And some guys is like, how often you do this? It's something that you have to, it's an unnatural, I'm going to say unnatural movement, but it's like the only time you use the Kegel muscles is really when you go to the bathroom. So if you're just sitting there like, oh, look, I'm working out my Kegel muscles right now. And then, you don't do it for another 3 days. So it's one of those things like anything with the human body, you have to be consistent. If you're trying to get, large arm muscles or something like that, you have to consistently work out. So the same thing with Kegel muscles. So, you know, I'm not sure how well some guys do it. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Let's just say that it doesn't hurt. Okay. Richard Nelson, can I get African fly in the UK? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. uh-huh. Crypto Marvin, what's the link for the CMOS? It is mi-earth.com. There you go. That's the picture. Well, you can't see it on there, but mi-earth.com. Yep. Actually did a video where I talked about CMOS and talked to the guy who created it. When I say created, but his company makes it, and they're very particular about their sourcing of it and how they package it. When I get it from Florida, it comes in a refrigerated package, and it helps out a lot. Okay. All right. Cool. Let me see. Is there any other questions? Jay, we'll actually be talking about that next week. Does weed lower your testosterone? Yeah, I sort of mentioned this earlier. If you're yes, yes, not by a huge amount, but if you're smoking, you're inhaling anything into your body, it's going to cause some other effects. It's going to constrict the blood flow. So if you're trying to smoke weed and have sex, at some point for some guys, yeah, it's a stimulant. So actually it's not a stimulant, it's a depressant, but in some ways it does stimulate your receptors. So that's the reason why people smoke, because it's like, oh, I can feel more, the music is more trippy and all this other kind of stuff. But in the long run, it's not good for your testosterone. All right. How would you know if you have high levels of testosterone? How would you know? Oh, just being strong, just, especially as you get older, if you're like testosterone, if you're having, you don't have issues with erections, you're, constantly strong, your mood is great, you have no problems, then yes, there you go. But as I mentioned before, if you want to get tested, we partnered with Let's Get Checked, and you can go to letsgetchecked.com, and they actually will help you in terms of sending out a testosterone kit, a home testosterone kit. You get it, prick your blood, put it in there, send it back to them. They will do the test and let you know where you are. All right. Big brother in life, do extenders work? Not sure. Haven't used extenders. Don't plan on using extenders. And the reason for that is because when you're using extenders, I'm assuming you're saying penis extenders. When you're using those, you could possibly do some damage to your penis. And the nerve endings down there are very sensitive. And once you do damage, repairing that is, it's not like you want surgery down there. So you want to be very careful with that. And it's just sort of showing that, okay, there's something else going on. If you're having, some other issues with your erections or decides something like that, the reason why you would use an extender, try to look for a natural lifestyle change alternative that will work. Benny B, can consuming acai powder help sexually? I don't see why not. I haven't heard of that as being something that is specific to that. And it's better just to get the actual fruit. But once again, when it comes to what you're eating, as long as you're eating fruits and vegetables, your body will figure it out. You could leave wherever you are and go to another place on the planet. As long as there are humans there who are eating plants, you can eat those plants. They've already tested it out, see if it works. And if they're still walking around, not dying, then you can eat those plants. So it's not like a particular plant. Watermelon is one of those plants that's known as nature's Viagra because it does help out with blood flow. But aside from that, your body will figure out what to do with the plant products. Jay, what is better, fruits or veggie smoothies? Better fruits or veggies smoothie? Okay. Veggie smoothie. Well, it depends on what you're looking for. So if you have weight issues, then veggie smoothies are much better. And this is because if you're getting the fruit smoothies, it depends on if you're juicing or you're getting a smoothie. When you're juicing, I'll make sure I'm saying the right words. Basically, you're taking the pulp out, you're taking the fiber out. And when you're doing that with fruit, the fiber is what helps your body absorb the sugar. If you're taking the fiber out, now you have nothing but the pure sugar of that fruit. And most fruits have been genetically designed to be sweeter so they can sell more. So now you have a double dose of sugar, and that can mess with your system. So going with the veggie is much, much better. Mm-hmm. What are the negative effects of masturbation long-term to the body? It's actually less a question of the effects to your body, and unless you're doing something strange, and more a question of what it's doing to your brain. And from that, basically what I'm saying, if you're looking at porn and you're masturbating to porn, basically you're telling your brain, like, hey, this is what you're supposed to like, and today's porn, all types of stuff. You got dolphins and horses. I mean, come on, it's hysterical at this camp. So if you're looking at a guy with like 3 women or whatever, something like that, and then you get with another human, your body's going to be like, well, that's more entertaining than this human. So you don't want you to become desensitized to the human touch, and so that is what can happen over the long term in terms of your body. Your body is designed to have sex. That's your number one priority on this planet, is to reproduce. That's the reason why the greatest entertainment set ever developed is in between your legs. So, yeah. Should a person stop masturbation for long-term testosterone health? Your body is designed for this. So, stopping, if you're going to stop, because we get this question a lot. If you're going to stop with masturbation, or it's like stop having sex, if you're doing for spiritual or physical reasons, it has to be more than I'm just going to stop masturbating. It has to be more of like, what else are you doing? Are you doing it along with a fast? Are you doing it with something else that's going to get you to the result that you want? As far as testosterone, you lose more zinc than anything else when you masturbate. So, you probably want to check your zinc levels if you're doing a whole bunch of masturbation. But as far as your testosterone, nah, it's not really good. There are way more things that affect your testosterone. Meat consumption, your testosterone develops while you sleep. So if you're getting a short amount of sleep after eating a hamburger, then yeah, your testosterone level is going to be low. If you went to sleep and you didn't eat the hamburger and you masturbated, your testosterone level is not going to be affected by your masturbation. Okay, so cool. Woo! We was rolling. We was rolling. We was rolling. Hey guys, it's now 9:54. And if you have any more questions, go ahead and hit me up. In the meantime, please, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That helps a lot. Once again, I do want to thank Dope Law for hitting me up with that super chat. That's something that's new and it's certainly appreciated. That's what we want to keep on doing. And as always, we're going to be back here next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be releasing a video next week where we're going to be talking about that good old weed and how it affects your body. That's always interesting. You know, we may have some tree here. I'm playing. I'm playing. But put your thumb down. Man, stop. Stop. Can I be smoking on the job? Anyway, but yeah, guys, hey, I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and wrap up a little early. I do want to make sure everybody gets their sleep in. We will be back next week. Make sure to take care of yourself. And Sam, can I watch these in full after the live stream is over? Yes, you can. Yeah, that is a great idea. We'll have it up and ready for you. Actually, it processes immediately, so you should be able to find it. Make sure you check out the channel. We do have it on the channel. So there we go. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. I will see you next week. Bring those questions on. Love it. All right, everybody, take it easy. Your Uncle B saying, get your game up. Peace out.